Okay, so welcome to the Visual Planning Spreadsheet Challenge. I'm going to try and keep this as simple as possible, but it's a challenge for anyone who likes spreadsheets or is good at spreadsheets or is a spreadsheet guru or nerd or genius or however else you want to phrase it. Or it's for anyone who's interested in planning or scheduling and thinks that a spreadsheet is struggling to do what they're after. Maybe this will explain why. The challenge is simple. If you can achieve this in a spreadsheet, send a copy to me. I'll quite happily look through it. If you can do it, we'll put your name into a hat, and then the winner will get some free consultancy off us. I haven't bought the hat yet. I mean, I don't think I'll, if I do need to buy it, I don't think I'll have to put more than a couple of names in there, but I don't think I'll need to buy one at all. But if I do, great, no problem. Put your name in and we'll give some consultancy time out free of charge. No problem at all. Right, so let's make the challenge simple for you. We've got a client, so let's call him Wilmot Dixon. We've got a couple of projects, so project 1, project 2, and we've got what we've described as an activity, operations, and we've got an activity called builders. We could change the names of this, it doesn't really matter for now, it's fine. And we've put a couple of resources onto those, and we've called them John and Fred, Bill, Jane, Simon, etc. And we've moved those around on the schedule. So we've kept the scale of this really simple. We've kept it in days. And we said for every day that they work, they're going to work 8 hours. And the task starts off with something fairly straightforward. Calculate how many hours staff are working in total. So 8, 16, blah, 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 blah. How many are spare? Well, let's assume you've got 10 staff and anyone that's not allocated is spare. So let's calculate that as well. Let's calculate how many of our hours are based on operational staff. So we've got 3 times 8 there, and we've got 2 times 8 for the builders. And let's total up all allocated hours. And let's make these figures change colour based on the threshold, some calculation of threshold against the actuals versus what we've got available to us. So example, if it's 70 to 100%, it's yellow. If it's 100% exactly, it's green. If it's plus 100, it's red. I don't care. It doesn't matter. As long as you can put thresholds on there, that's fine. So let's keep it really simple. That's page 1. And I think the biggest issue that you're going to have there is that in a spreadsheet, you can either calculate a number, and you can calculate off a cell that includes a number, or you can put text in there. But you can't do both. You can if you do that. I've literally got both in there. But now I can't calculate using the 8 because it's got something else in there as well. Okay, show me how to do that. I'll be impressed. I'll be amused. I'll be whatever. That's the key issue that you're going to find with this. And you've got to do that for each of the cells that you've got marked here. And you've got to clear them all and calculate them all to get these figures at the bottom. Okay, so that's easy. You've just got one view. A bit of calculation should be okay. Let's make it a bit more fun. Let's put a second workspace on there. And let's call that staff daily. So, okay, everyone's going to say that's easy. You just do a pivot table and you just move your staff down the left-hand side. And then, but I want you to carry the colours over. I want you to carry the job name over, and I want you to carry the hours calculations over in the same way. So let's just go back to our front one. Let's make it a bit more fun. Let's say that on this project we're going to insert a row. Oh, there you start to get problems already because that's taken the row value. It doesn't even know what the role is yet. I'm going to say that Jane is going to work here, so I'm going to copy there to there. So I'm going to get rid of Simon, and on here I'm going to have to get rid of Jane. And someone might say, here's an easier way to do it. If they do, great, that's fantastic. So now I've got project 1 with operations and builders, and operations and builders, and calculations all the same. And then I've now got a staff sheet that needs to be redone because it needs to carry it forward from the previous one with the various roles and the jobs and everything else. So that's fine. You can do that. I know you're all clever enough to do that bit, and you may be able to do it in the pivot table as well. There's no problem at all. Now let's make it more fun. Now let's say that we want to view that by hours or half hours or AM, PM, or we want to view it monthly, or we want to view it yearly. are you going to have to do a different view for each one? And if you are going to have to do a different view for each one, how are you going to calculate it? And how are you going to apply filters that say, I just want to see projects that are showing operational staff or builders or things like that? I'm sure some of it can be done. I'll leave you to play with it. That's the challenge. It's not getting any more complex than that. I can do this very, 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 very easily in visual planning, okay? Because I can include as many resources or dimensions as I want in there. So I've got one dimension for the client, one dimension for the project, one for the activity, and then one for the staff. You might say that Jane has a van. Let's put Jane with a van. Van 1. She might have some plant on site. She might have whatever. I don't really mind. But you can see I can put multiple dimensions on here. In visual planning, it's no problem. I can put multiple things in there. That's fine. I'll come back to that later. That's the challenge. Keep it simple. Anyone can do it. We'll throw your name in a hat. Get some free consultancy time. And we'll show you how you could do it in different ways. Good luck. Look forward to speaking to you. Email me back, trevor.wood@oakfieldsoftware.co.uk. Go to the website. You'll find our address details there. Cheers. Bye.